here just comes the Carcast.
The Carcast.
Carcast with America's Meanest Cars. We've got.
This is Heidi with America's Meanest Cars. I have Brent with PFI Speed, and we're going to go over some stuff that we have not discussed yet.
Awesome.
It's going to be pretty cool. We are currently in the Freedom Civic, which completed race week, right?
Yeah, we just completed Rocky Mountain Race Week and had one heck of an adventure.
Oh.
Hopefully y'all watch the YouTube video. If you haven't, go watch the series. It's pretty good.
It was pretty wild. They did a lot. They had Mario that was helping. We had a whole PFI crew out there. Harvey, Jamie, Dan. There was a lot that was just out there.
Yeah, Sean.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, we had a really cool group. Mac Attack was out there. So.
Oh man, I forgot about Mac.
Yeah, we had Trevor
but in
with
my
his
head,
GTR.
whenever I think Mac, I also think Mac, Tom's daughter too.
Oh yeah.
So even like with Eric, I have to remember like Mac and Mac.
Yeah.
It's like, who are we talking about? Anyway, but yeah, that was great to have him out there.
It's cool.
But I have a few questions.
I got a few answers.
Okay.
I hope.
So this was the first year that you've done race week, not as Cletus's partner.
Not as a co-driver.
Not as a co-driver, but you've done the sick week in this car, but you never Rocky Mountain Race Week.
Yep. Pretty much, and like even sick week, Jamie drove, I just raced, so.
Okay, I guess
we
I
just
didn't
took
realize
turns.
that.
Yeah, Jamie's a driver, so
you're
he
just
will
like, here you
fidget
go, have
to
it.
no end if
Okay.
So it's like.
So now that you were driver, like the whole time,
thing.
and that was your responsibility.
All my decisions.
What was the difference between being a co-pilot and being the driver this year?
Honestly, it's going to be really hard to go back to a co-pilot at all because, it's just so rewarding. And, like, you get those competitive juices flowing and you just want to keep stretching yourself and pushing yourself. And, the other side's really fun, too. And it's really awesome to encourage your pilot, and you're really working hard to make sure everything's successful. Which you are as a driver too.
Did you feel that there was more pressure as a driver versus a co-pilot, or do you feel like that was?
I was
reversed?
actually. I don't think there was more pressure. I think as a co-pilot, you feel more pressure because you don't want to let the guy down, and you're responsible for all the car prep and making sure everything's going to work.
And I mean, Mario, he kind of killed it.
Mario,
oh my
crushed
gosh,
it. He was car prepping like a crazy man. I would think the first couple days I looked over things just at a glance, and they were so right.
Because at first it seemed like he was a little bit apprehensive.
Nervous, yeah, because he'd never been a co-pilot. And then by the end of the day,
it was like...
And that's what he said too. He's like, I drove this, but I've never been a co-pilot. So he's like, it is different stresses, and and he wanted the challenge, so he like rose to the challenge.
So would you ever do a co-pilot again?
I probably would, but as long as there's opportunity to drive, I think I'm going to try to push myself because I've got some serious goals. I want to do an 8-second Honda, that averages 8 seconds and makes the drive. And then I see way into the future where I could figure out how to make it a 7-second Honda.
Do you see it being this Honda, or do you imagine it being something else?
I kind of do see it this one. This car is so multi-purpose, and thanks to eBay, I was able to build this thing and just really enjoy it. Show Enough is a serious car. But it takes a serious crew and serious time and serious planning.
Yeah,
and this is more I can just throw it on a trailer and go.
A drag and drive one, exactly.
The transmission in it, the clutch setup, it's all so purpose built.
Right.
Where this is like my bread and butter, kind of where I came from anyway. So
going into where you came from, do you remember the first car that you actually legally drag raced?
Legally drag raced. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do, absolutely. Yeah. The first one I drag raced, I'd gone to the track with friends and stuff that I helped build their cars again, being young, and I was always helping. But I had an 87 Honda CRX, and I turbocharged it with this guy, Corky Bell Engineering, and it was just awesome.
Do you remember what you ran?
I ran a lot of 15.1s, and my best was a 14.7. And at the time, that was the fastest Honda in the state. It was like nothing faster.
Yeah.
And that was
awesome. Now you're going like almost 7s.
Yeah, we're working on it.
We're gonna get 7s by this year for sure.
This year's 7-second goals
on
the mountain for sure. Hasn't been done, so everybody's kind of hunting for it. And whoever gets it, it's cool. But I hope that
you hope that it's you.
Yeah, I hope it's me or one of my team members or Derek or something, you know.
I can see that, which would be super cool.
Yeah, I think.
And it's just cool to see the progression of everybody throughout the whole time.
Yeah, because you've been here since we really started going hard and
kind of, yeah. And that was one thing that I was gonna lead into that I just kind of forgot about is we met because of race week.
Yeah.
Which is so wild.
Yeah.
Brent walked in my shot.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this jerk face.
Yeah. Pretty much what it was.
No, it wasn't like that at all. I was like, oh no, that's fine. You just walked in my shot. That's fine. I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Yeah, and we were cool. We chatted for a second, and then I was off to help Cleus again. And then it was a car show, maybe a month later or something. We ran into each other again. Yeah, same.
And I had no idea who you were.
And I was like, you should come to a Cleus and Cars. You should come hang out, you know. And you did, and
now you're stuck with me.
It's been amazing. Yeah. Honestly. You know, we have a great friendship, and it's so important to me. It's been really awesome, honestly.
Honestly.
Yeah. See, I learned that from her. I learned honestly and 100%. Those are her lines. Drove into my mind, and I just say them repeatedly now.
I don't feel like I say them that often.
You might not think you do.
But now I'm going to hear myself say, honestly, 100%, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely is one I know for sure. I can just hear it all the time.
100%.
100%.
No, it works out good. But it's been cool.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of
And that was kind of one of the reasons that I wanted you to be the first on the podcast.
Oh, that's so cool.
Because it just feels like it was right with how that race week came and like that friendship and stuff started was because of that. And then we got to be in cool cars while we do it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun and unique.
I love this Carcast idea, you know.
Right? I really like it.
Podcast, but from the car. We're not no pods. We're in a car.
Yeah. But if you're seeing visually, then you get to see what everybody's saying is. Yeah. And the different, the different feels. You can't quite gather the tightness or the lowness of this. Like, I can feel like I can barely see out the windows here.
Yeah, I know. We put that seat really low and back so the passenger can be really comfortable on drag and drives and your feet can stretch out.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Is yours higher then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the seat is where I'm comfortable driving, so...
Okay.
That one, we just want to make sure the passenger would be kind of comfortable. Like, I guess, if you're short, you'd like to be a little higher, but... If you need to sleep or lounge, this is where you can cool, lounge. Right?
I would just need like a
booster.
Yeah.
Like an old phone book.
Yeah.
You find an old phone book.
Maybe a foam book.
A phone book. Yeah. There you go.
So what do you have planned for this to make it go faster?
Okay, so I've got some serious stuff in the works in my head right now. So
Are you sharing that yet?
Yeah, I'll share it. Okay. I have no problem because, I've got a month to try to tackle this. About a month and a half. But I want to revamp the engine. I want to revamp the turbo kit, and I want to go for 7s in this thing the next time out. It may be this way for this next deal because we are, which is pretty awesome. We're an alternate, so if somebody can't make it to the Mile High Nationals, the Freedom Civic gets to run the Mile High Nationals. So it's not like we're not confirmed to race there yet. But if somebody drops out of the other 4 that are going to race, if one of them can't make it, and one of them's from Canada.
That's just like a representation from Rocky Mountain Race Week.
Yeah, exactly.
That they got invited or
whatever
for it.
Yep. But to do it in front of that crowd would be,
insane.
Yeah, the car's so cool and crisp, and it'd be such a different flavor for their audience. It could be really cool, and it'd be a great vlog for me. So I'm hoping it goes that way. So I'll have the car prepped and ready for that. But I'm going to have all this other stuff going in the background. And then I really, our first PSCA is our third PSCA is August 20th. Yes. And then the next one is the 25th and 26th.
So it's back to back.
Back to back. So the 20th one, the cars are going to be mild, turned down, and just get through it. I might even have a different engine in this, because I don't want to hurt anything at that event. I just want to make passes. Mm-hmm. Even if I race this car, I might race Show Enough that one. We'll, that's in the air too. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But the last one's going to be such a big event, and I've got so many friends from out of state coming. And
what friends do you have? The Utah guys, or
I got East Coast guys, Utah guys, Florida guys, California guys, Arizona guys, maybe some Texas guys. Like, this could be our biggest baddest one ever.
That would be
because there's
really
so many
cool.
people and indie people. Like there's so many people that want to race on the mountain before it closes. That I
mean, it's a really good opportunity to do.
It's a good opportunity. The more cars that come, so our pace, how we're paying out is we don't make any money from the PSCA stuff. We just fund it, so we have our payouts, which haven't been always the highest because literally I'm carrying all that.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody agreed this year that's racing to add $100 to the entry. So that extra 100 is all payout. And so the more cars we got, the more it goes up. And if we can get 30 cars, that's an extra $3,000 on top of whatever I'm throwing in already. So it makes it way rad, and people
would be really cool.
Yeah, so I think that would be cool.
I'm taking that's an event that you're really looking forward to this season.
Yes.
Is there anything else, or is that the one that you're most
for me, that's the most important event this year because it's ours. And then next FL2K and World Cup.
Okay.
I think those are going to be awesome events, but they're not ours,
Right.
So, but they are important events, and we can really push ourselves there.
Yeah.
And if we do good at our own event, we all qualify to race World Cup.
That would be really cool.
If my sons were racing World Cup and I was racing World Cup, Jamie was racing World Cup.
Faster and faster.
Yeah, and
more serious.
And anybody who watches this thing leave, it's so smooth. It's not dramatic at all, and really does well. So I think we're onto something with all of that. Just needs more power.
So turbo.
Yeah, so a new turbo, and then some, different connecting rods, heavier duty pistons. I got all that stuff in my head. Ways to seal it better.
Cool. Now I just have to allow it to happen and put it in and let's go.
Yeah. So I've got all kinds of I'm a car hoarder and collector. So I had
no idea.
So I'm breaking.
What is here?
So I'm breaking some of that up and I'm selling things so I can get all this going quickly.
That's good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Because if I don't swing, then I'll never know, and I'd rather swing for it.
I might as well do it while you can do it on the mountain as well.
Yeah, my energy's really
Maybe
good.
that's just. Do you feel that that's kind of a sad thing, or are you excited to go to another track?
I'm excited either way. The county we're in is the ones that are Wawunum. So if they were to come out to our county, okay,
right,
you can be closer.
Shoot,
and then Pueblo the track prep has been awesome, and the track is great. There's concerns about the surrounding areas, but everyone at the track is coming up with ideas and want to work on that as well. And because the facility is hands down one of the best, to race in. The family environment is just so awesome out there, and they take care of us as racers, which is important.
Now, you've had a lot of people that you've been influenced by, and as far as I've known you, your mom was definitely one of them.
Oh yeah.
Besides your mom, what would be one of the people that has continued to inspire you or has been influential in your life?
There's a lot of people. Clay Milliken was always a super inspiration.
He's a great one.
And it's one of those things, he reached out one day and it was is this fake right now? Dennis McCoy and some BMXers that are out there. Eddie Fiola, Martin Aprio.
Are you ever going to show us your BMX skills, or are you just too old?
Sometimes I feel too old. I bust them out. I thought about that making my new workout thing. Is an hour or two of just
I think we need to
working
see the
on the
stuff.
BMX stuff again. That'd be fun.
I don't think it's real. I haven't seen it.
I enjoy it. I used to do a lot of shows, and that's kind of where I started. Cars weren't where I began. I tinkered on bicycles, and I still have a huge passion for bicycles, no matter what they are, recumbents, mountain bikes. I think they're all cool. 20 inches, 24s. You can pedal it. It's cool. So. And I know a lot of the back history of BMX stuff. The guy that invented 3-piece cranks is actually the same guy that does our drag tires for the M&H tire. So our worlds are so intermingled that it's so cool.
And it's actually such a small world when you really think of it.
Yeah.
That just kind of shows it.
Yep. That's why when I sign autographs, there's always either an Inspire or a Rad Racing, and Rad Racing is the movie from back in the day. I got the little tattoo, and it's been that. I think that movie influenced me to always just keep pushing and to stand up against the man, and try to overcome. That's kind of where all began, was that little thing. But yeah, my mom was always a huge influence. It's probably where I got my heart, my grit. You know, we'd fall down and she'd just tell us to grit our teeth and keep pushing no matter what it was. Whether it was a bike crash or, you know, or down on money, you know, it's just grit your teeth and just keep pushing through. You'll get there. You know, all that stuff is so short in life. So it's just, you know, it seems so concerning at the time and you panic and you do all these things. But at the end of the day, it was for a reason and it led you to something else that made it all work out. So that's why I'm just so cool all the time, because I'm chill. It's like I know it's gonna work out.
Right.
No sense of panicking. Just try to find the way through it. Okay. Somehow we do.
I mean, we do for sure.
I mean, you've seen it physically. Like there's been some things we've done. You're like, how the heck is that gonna happen? And it just does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. As a final question, we're in this kind of craziness of this car. It's like more a race car than I feel like some of the other ones were. What's your favorite aspect of it?
My favorite aspect is everybody kind of helped me build it and put it together. You know, I carry all these stickers because all these stickers, most of them are.
We should count them.
There's a lot, but most of them are from friends and stuff that, you know, I can take with me. Fans, I allow them to put their stickers on here too. So like, you know, it's just a vibe when you just have everybody with you a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's my thing, you
and
know.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it's definitely different, you know. Yeah, like I said, I'm from the old BMX days where we love stickers, punk rock music, and having a lot of fun. And
that describes you to a T.
Yeah, it's fun.
Awesome.
I enjoy it.
Well, thanks for taking the time today.
Heck yeah.
And we're done.
This Carcast thing is awesome.
I hope that it goes good.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to be on next. Possibly Jamie. See who else we can get on here.
Yeah, it'd be awesome to see all the boys.
Yeah, it'd be super cool to see and inside of their cars as well, because it carries so much uniqueness and personality. Yeah, and I think you could really run really well with this. This could be a really cool thing. That's my hope. It's awesome. Okay. Awesome. Bye. Bye.